Don't forget to subscribe!
Welcome back to our Christmas reviews!
We'll be reviewing our Christmas updates, Smissmas.
Ah, spoiler alert!
We'll actually be going through the updates that have the event name Smissmas and which year the update took place in. So, without further ado, let's go. So for the weapons that were festive, Scout has received a Force of Nature, Soldier, Festive Black Box, Pyro, Festive Flare Gun, Demo Man, Festive Eyelander, Heavy, Festive Gloves of Running Urgently, Engineer, Festive Wrangler, Medic, Festive Crusader's Crossbow, Sniper, Festive Girardi, and Spy, Festive Sapphire. And there's been some cosmetic items that were released on that year. For Scout, he got Chuckle Nuts, Little Drummer Man, Runner's Warm-Up, and Scout Shaco. And as for Soldier, he got Slow Poke, Antarctic Parka, and Marshall's Mutton Chops. And as for Pyro, he got a Blizzard Breather, Trailblazer, Tiny Timber, and a Toy Tailor hat. For Demo Man, he got Highland High Heels and a Tartan Tyrolean. For Heavy, he got a Minnesota Slick and Man of the House Pants. And as for Engineer, he got a Face Full of Festive and a Dogfighter jacket. While Medic got a Nun-Hood and an Angel of Death jacket, as well as a Man of Reason hood and a ruffled Repesh hat. And as for Sniper, his outfits conceived of Snow Scoper, and 5 Month Shadow, and Golden Garment, and Extra Layer. And it's actually kind of interesting, in fact, because not only that the outfits are festive, but the outfits sure look pretty snazzy.
The next one, Smissmas 2014, actually just had some new maps like the Foundry and Gorge. They both got Capture the Flag, and the game modes were actually Manpower. And as for the festive weapons, Scout received a festive Atomic Bonk Punch and festive Backburner for Pyro. Demo Man got a festive Charge and Targ. And as for Medic, he got a festive Bonesaw, Sniper got a festive SMG, and Spy got a festive revolver with glowing lights. And as for the festive gun, only Soldier, Pyro, Heavy, and Engineer got that. And there's been more cosmetic items as well, like a Courtier's Collar, Harlequin's Hooves, and Mountebank's Mask for Scout. Soldier got himself a Skullcap hat, and as for Pyro, he got a Black Knight's Bassinet, Charred Chainmail, Pyromancer's Hood, Pyromancer's Raiment, and Torture's Tabard. For Demo Man, he got a Scott Bonnet, Storm Stompers, and Valhalla Helm. Heavy got Old Man Frost and Siberian Facehugger. Engineer also got Clumsy the Seal, Coniger's Combover, Cop Collar, Holstered Heaters, and Thermal Insultation Layer. And as for Medic, he got a Surgeon Shaco and an Unknown Man headband. As for Sniper, he got Bushman's Bristles, Marksman's Mohair, and Professional's Ushanka hat, and a Wally Pocket. And as for Spy, he got a Pocket Mama, Puffy Provocateur, and a Stealthy Scarf. And all those classes also got a Co-Pilot hat. So that was actually something very festive to look forward to, and they got pretty much a lot of cosmetic items, so they looked a lot more snazzier than ever. In 2016, there's been 90 new cosmetic items, and there's also been several items that were selected by Valve for outstanding quality throughout the Steam Workshop. There's been festive weapons. Scout got a festivized Sandman bat, Soldier got a festivized shovel, Pyro got a festivized fire axe, Demo Man got its festivized Scottish resistance, Heavy got a festivized Natasha, and as for Engineer, he got a festivized Jag. Medic actually got 2 of them, which were unique, which is a festivized Kritzkrieg and a Quick Fix. For Sniper, he got a festive Kukri, and Spy got a Spycicle, which is kind of unique because it's like an icicle carried by Spy. And as for Scout and Engineer, they even got a festivized pistol. So Engineer, Scout, and Medic had 2 weapons out of the rest of everyone. So they even got themselves some brand new cosmetic items. And to be honest, Scout got an electric twanger guitar and a snow wing snowboard. For Pyro, he got a flammable favor party gift, Pyro the Flame Deer, which is basically a Pyro hat with like a reindeer resemblance, and a sweet Smissmas sweater. For Demo Man, he got a bomb beanie, a bomber knight helmet, and an elf esteem hat. So he got 3 hats. So Engineer got a packable provisions backpack. Medic got a Santa Archimedes, which is basically his dove Archimedes in a Santa outfit, which is kind of cute though. The brain warming wear is for Spy, and as for Soldier, Pyro, and Demo Man, they each got socked and loaded in handy canes. For all classes, they actually got a head prize, Reader's Choice glasses, which were not available for Medic and Sniper, a snowman hat, and a woolen warmer for each. And there's been 4 new taunts: Scotsman Stagger, Boiling Point, Table Tantrum, which is basically flipping the table, and Diggory Drongo. So Heavy is the one who had 2 taunts out of Demo Man and Sniper for this update in 2016. However, in the next year, in 2017, Scout received some more festivized weapons like a shortstop soda popper and winger and a holy mackerel. And as for Soldier, he got a festivized black box, kind of like 2013. He even had a festivized airstrike and disciplinary action. And as for Pyro, he eventually got a festivized degreaser, festivized Dragon's Fury, festivized detonator, festivized scorch shot, festivized power jack, and festivized black back scratcher, meaning that I think he actually got more weapons. And as for Demo Man, he even actually had 3 or more festivized weapons, like a Lachinlo, Blues Cannon, and as for Iron Bomber, and he even had a festivized Persian Crusader, festivized Cladhamf Moor, and festivized Scotsman Skull Cutter, which is an axe. Heavy eventually had 3 festivized items: a brass piece, a Tomislav, and family business. Engineer only had 1, which was a festivized Rescue Ranger. And he would also have a festivized panic attack, like Heavy, Soldier, and Pyro. Both Soldier and Pyro would also receive a festivized reserve shooter. And as for Medic, he also got back the Crusader's crossbow, which is kind of like 2013. And as for the Ubersaw and Amputator, they were festivized as well. And as for Sniper, he got a festivized Shahanshah and a Bazaar Bargain, which were very festivized. So Soldier's cosmetic items he received were a brass bucket, Pyro got a birding beanie and a cat's pajamas hoodie, and as for Demo Man, he got a blast locker vest, a hungover hero cap, and a Melody of Misery bagpipes. And as for Heavy, he got a polar bear hat, parka, a Sinner's Shade dapper hat, and as for Wild West whiskers. And as for Medic, he got a Cold Front carapace and a Cold Front commander, making it a matching outfit. For Sniper, he got a handsome hitman look, a downed hunter coat, and a puffy polo cap. Scout and Engineer actually got a trucker's topper, which kind of is a resemblance to the classic hat from Pokemon, because it's the best. In fact, it's the very best. And all classes even got a Balloony hoodie, a Karibo companion, a pocket Santa, a pocket Yeti, and a Sledder sidekick. So, to be honest, the cosmetic items for all those classes actually are just interesting, and there was even new taunts. And Scout had the most, such as a bunny hopper, runner's rhythm, and trackman's touchdown. Pyro had a skating scorcher, like he could actually be a professional Olympic skater. And as for Medic, he has an accordion taunt, surgery squeeze box, and Spy, a luxury lounge taunt. Although there was no festivized items in the 2018 Smissmas event, there's been new cosmetic items. For Scout, he got a Catcher's Companion, which is basically like a cardinal, a Juvenile's Jumper, which is like a Christmas sweater, and a Millennial Mercenary top look. Soldier got a Climbing Commander hoodie, a Crackpot hat, which is basically a planted pot with a flower on top, except the pot's upside down, and a dumbbell, which is a Christmas Carol bell. And as for Pyro, he received a Pocket Partner, which is basically kind of like an engineer doll. And as for Heavy, he got a Cool Capuchon hoodie and a Pack-a-Park coat. And as for Engineer, he got a Puggy Back backpack, a Wise Whiskers facial look, and for Meta, he got a Mighty Maitre hat, Miser's mutton chops, and a snow-capped hat. And as for Medic and Spy, they've received a cat named Harry. And as for all classes, they eventually have also received a hat, Breadheads, as well as the Pocket Administrator and the Polar Pal hat. However, 3 tools were seen, which were the Winter 2018 Cosmetic Case, the Cosmetic Key, and the Gift Stuff Stocking. So you could say that it was actually a pretty much of a fun event, because there's been new cosmetics for all the teams to look like they are getting their gear on. No festivized items were used in the next year, the 2019 Smissmas update. Instead, there was 18 new cosmetic items and 10 new war paints, and players who had launched the game actually received a stuffed stocking as a gift. Soldier got a public speaker hat. Pyro got a Disco Vision, which is basically 2 disco balls for the eyes. For Demo Man, he got a spiky Viking hat. And as for Engineer, he got a Provisions cap and a Telefragger Talk, which is basically just like a propeller hat, but instead of propellers, there's been like 2 machines going out. And as for Medic, he got Pocket Meaties, which is Archimedes in a pocket. Sniper eventually got a mislaid sweater and a missing piece, so he kind of looks like Waldo in that outfit. And as for Pyro, Engineer, and Sniper, they got a winter wrap-up hat. Not to be confused with the episode and song of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but it's basically a reference. And as for all classes, they got a Bumblebee hat, which is a bee-like hat, a Candy Crown, which is a gingerbread crown, a Citizen Cane hat, which is basically like a top hat with candy cane swirls, a Gingerbread Man, which is basically a gingerbread person in a pocket, Glittering Garland, kind of looks like a wreath, Pebbles the Penguin, a cute little baby penguin, Yule Hog, which is basically like a Christmas dinner hat, Smissmas Saxton is basically also like an elf hat, and as for Globetrotter, it's like a snow globe hat. And as for the war paint, there's been like backgrounds that were different, such as Winterland Wrapped, Smissmas Camo, Smissmas Village, Frost Ornamented, Sleigh in Style, Snow Covered, Alpine, Gift Wrapped, Igloo, and Seriously Snowed. And there's been some unusual effects for the first time. Sparkling Lights, Frozen Icefall, Fragmenting Gluons, Fragmented Quarks, Fragmented Photons, Red Defragmenting Reality, as well as the blue ones. And as for the Refragmenting Reality and the Fragmenting Reality, which are green and yellow, Snowfallen and Snow Blinded, the red and blue Pyroland Daydream was also added. And as for taunt effects, there was Good-Hearted Goodies, Wintry Wisp, Arctic Aurora, Winter Spirit, Festive Spirit, and Magical Spirit. The tools that were seen were the Winter 2019 Cosmetic Case, Cosmetic Key, War Paint Case, War Paint Key, and a Gift Stuff Stocking. So it's actually another fantastic update. For 2 years ago in 2020, as well as for the first time, 4 new Christmas themed apps, and as for new cosmetic items and war paints and taunts and unusual effects, there's a lot being seen. such as Pier, Snowfall, Snowville, and Whatville. Well, as for Pier, it was added to the year-round casual map pool with the January 8, 2021 patch. Pyro got a roundabout hat, which is basically like a candy cane carousel. Demoman got a helm which looks like a pirate ship. Heavy got matching outfits, which is a Bearwalker bedbutt protection and Sandman's brush. And as for Engineer, he got a Blitzen which is a reindeer hat. For Medic, he got Elf Care Provider and Night Ward. And Sniper got one item, which is basically like a party hat, a killing tree, which is basically a Christmas tree. And all classes eventually got beak antlers, which is reindeer antlers but with a candy cane-like appearance. Festive Fascinator, which is like a headband with Christmas lights. Festive Flip-Flops, which are present shoes, a Jolly Jingler, an unusual-looking Santa hat, a Parculate Protector. It's not available for the Pyro, though. And as for Professionals, Pom-Pom and Raindoony Beanie, Shoestring Santa, Smissmas Sorcerer, and a towering pile of presents and a towering pillar of beanies. The war paints are actually used for this year are Starlight Serenity, Saccharine Stripped, Frosty Delivery, Cookie Fortress, Frozen Aurora, Elfin Enable, Smissmas Spy Crafts, Gingerbread Winter, Peppermint Swirl, Gifting Man's Wrapping Paper, Glacial Glazed, Snow Globalization, and Snowflake Swirled. And as for the taunts, Scout actually had a lot more taunts than everyone, such as Boston Border and Spin to Win, Soldier got Soldier Jockey, Pyro, Scorcher Solo, Demo Man, Hoop Deck, Engineer, Texas Truckin', Medic Timeout, Therapy, and all classes Fist Bump. And there's been some new unusual effects, like Frozen Fractals, Lavender Landfall, Special Snowfall, Divine Desire, Distant Dream, Violent Wintertide, Blighted Snowstorm, Pale Nimbus, Gemna's Plasmas, Serenus Lumen, and Venta Marius, and the Mirthful Mistletoe. And there was even taunt effects, Delightful Star, Frosted Star, Apotheosis, and Ascension, the Reindeer Rancher, Twinkling Lights, and Shimmering Lights. The tools that were seen were the Cosmetic Case, Cosmetic Key, Warpaint Case, and Warpaint Key, and a Gift Stuffed Stocking. Now we're at the best for last, 2021 of Smissmas. There's been 6 new maps, as well as 20 new cosmetic items, 3 new taunts, and 27 new unusual effects. So for the maps, there was Altitude, Bread Space, Cascade, Chili, Double Frost, and Polar. They were added to the year-round casual map pool after January 7th of this year. Scout received a seasonal employee top, Soldier got an Elf Defense hat, Pyro got an Elf Ignition hat, Heavy got a Shanka hat, which is basically having moose antlers. Engineer received a Train of Thought. Spy got a Festive Cover-Up, which is basically like a Christmas tree hat. And every single of the classes also got a Brain Cane, which is like a headband with a candy cane. Cozy Catchers, which is also a nice looking hat with 2 gloves trying to catch a snowball. An Elf Vestibero, which is like a Christmas sombrero. An Elf May bandana. Festive Frames, which are Christmas lights all over some glasses. Gift Crafter. Gnome Dome. Hat Chocolate, Jolly Jester, Merry Cone, Odear, Ominous Offering, and Rainy Dune Horns, and Seasonal Spring. Pyro had Hot Wheeler, Doctor's Defibrillators, and Shooter's Stakeout. There's been some more unusual effects, such as the Smissmas Tree, Hospitable Festivity, Condensing Embrace, Sparkling Source, Glittering Juniper, Spark of Smissmas, Prismatic Pine, Spiraling Lights, Twisting Lights, Stardust Pathway, Polar Forecast, Shining Stag, Holiday Horns, Ardent Antlers, Amethyst Winds, Golden Gusts, Smissmas Swirls, Festive Fever, Minty Cypress, Pristine Pine, Sparkly Spurs, Golden Glimmer, Frosty Silver, Glamorous Dazzle, and Sublime Snowstorm. And there's also been a cosmetic case and key. And they've also received a gift stuffed stocking of 2021. Let's hope that Smissmas 2022 goes well for Team Fortress 2.
We all give all Christmas updates a peak 11 out of 10!
Let's hope Smissmas 2020 to brings out a lot of holiday cheer!
Next time, it's regular show. Get back to work!
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. What do you think? If you appreciated it, please be sure to smash that like button, and be sure to follow my social media platforms in the description below, and the Team Lifelight's fandom channels. Please be sure to leave a comment below, and give us your open-minded thoughts. We here at Team Lifelight's fandubs do not condone harassment, violence, or trolls allowed. Or otherwise, Red Hoek and Comedy Central's The Red and Stimpy Show will haunt you down to the ends of the Shadow Realm. So please be sure to subscribe to our channels and click the notification bell. You'll never miss a video the second it goes live on YouTube and Google. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Happy holidays, and have a happy new year, and best wishes for all!